allowed me to show up today. So thank you so much for hopping on Mindset with Millionaire Mitchie. My name is Michelle, but I go by Millionaire Mitchie, and it's truly an honor to have you guys today on my Mindset call. It's been a while. I know that I have not been doing this for such a long time, but I feel like this year was just a year for me to transform myself and, you know, get closer to the person I'm supposed to become. But it's truly an honor to have you guys today with me. Please share the call so that anyone else that needs to hear this message can hear it. And I would truly appreciate it. But let's get started. So today's topic is changing your thinking pattern, right? And I feel like this is supposed to be like, we should speak about that because we tend to do a lot of things based on how we go about it before. So we continue to do what our mind is used to thinking, right? So everything we do is based on how we think and what we went through in the past that will determine how we move forward, right? So the first place is that we lose the battle in our own thinking. If you think it's permanent, then it is permanent. If you think that you have reached your limit, well, you have. It's just how it works, right? If you think you never get well, then you won't. And you have to change your thinking. Everything is based on how you think. Everything that you do in this world is based on how you think. So you need to see everything that's holding you back, every obstacle, every limitation that is only temporarily. This is temporarily. This is not meant to stay forever. So you have to find a way, right? When you're in a situation that you stop for a second, think abundantly and speak positivity into yourself, right? It's very important, right? Because the most important person at the end of the day is yourself. Can you guys hear me well? I'm pretty sure you guys are, right? So when you're in a situation, you just gotta take a second, right? Think. Everything you want in life is possible. But you have to leave behind that mentality of doubt, fear of not being enough. You have to let it go in order to progress, in order to transform, in order to elevate. You need to let go of that thinking that no longer is helping you to become better, right? And at the end of the day, this Bible verse, Matthew chapter 19, verse 26 says, with men, things are impossible. With God, all things are possible. So always remember that. Always remember, with men, things is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So always remember of that. Why? Because we think that we could do it all on our own, and we can. We need God with us at each step of our life, right? Do not continue to talk to yourself on how you used to talk to yourself before, or how you used to go about any situation before, because you will only make yourself feel worse and put more pressure on yourself for the things that you didn't get to do. And we are humans. We tend to do that, right? It's normal, right? Because everything is a pattern. Everything is a cycle. What you used to do back 5 years ago, you're going to continue doing it because everything is a repetition, right? So we assign value on people based on an expectation and past relationship, right? We assign values on people based on their past expectations or past relationships, right? Anticipating something in others from others put you at risk at disappointment. Think about that. When you start to put your perspective or certain expectations on people, you're only going to get disappointed because those people will never meet your requirement. And it's okay. Not everyone is meant to be in your life or part of your life, but everything is an experience. So you have to learn from that, and you got to continue moving forward, right? Reduce all expectations from others, right? Expect little from people, but expect the most out of yourself. That's the secret of a happy life. Learn how to let things go, and learn how to let things happen naturally. Why? Because it's supposed to happen. It's meant to happen. It will happen no matter what. So you have to let things flow, right? If you don't know how you feel about you inside, you can't expect others to do good for you. Remember that. And I'm gonna repeat it one more time. If you don't know how you feel about you inside, you can't expect others to do good for you, right? Because everything starts and finishes with you. So you cannot make an assumptions on how others view you based on how you feel about yourself. It starts with you. So you got to work on yourself. You got to think, you got to change your thinking patterns. If you feel like you're doing the same thing again and again, do something different. Change the way you speak, change the way you think, and most likely things in your life will start happening for you, right? You got to start elevating your perspective and move into your life purpose, into your alignment, right? You are capable of doing that, but it starts with your perspective, with your mind and how you view things, right? So you have to get what you deserve. You have to go get it. Do what you got to do to get what you deserve. Nobody's going to give you that if you don't give it to yourself, right? You become unstoppable. You become an unstoppable force when you realize you could do it alone. And with the grace of God, let me not forget to mention that part, right? With the grace of God, everything is possible. You could do it alone within yourself because he gave us the power to do more than we can think of. But you got to think that you could do that. If you can't think that, then it is impossible, right? So real quick, I want to be able to tell you guys 4 steps. Number 1, forgive yourself for the decision you made. It's hard to accept that, but it's easy to do. Forgive yourself. Why is it so hard to forgive yourself, but it's so easy to forgive others, right? So change the perspective. Number 2, embrace it. Grow through it. Embrace those feelings. We are humans, right? No matter what happens, we're going to continue having feelings. We just have to learn how to manage it, right? Number 3, accept it. Make peace with it. You have to understand that you cannot change things. You can only accept things for what it is and let it go, right? So the number 4 is let it go. Leave it in God's hands. You forgive yourself, right? You embraced it, you accepted it, and then you let it go. You're gonna live in a life of abundance, of peace. Why? Because you're coming in peace within yourself. And if you don't do those things, then you're gonna continue living in a repeating cycle, and that's called sanity. So you have to do whatever it takes to be the best version of yourself. If you want to do that, do those 4 things, right? Hey guys on Instagram. So you have to go ahead and let go and let God, right? Like someone in the chat has said, right, Stephanie? Let go and let God. Honestly, it's the hardest thing to do because we want to have control of everything. We think that we got it. But at the end of the day, the one that has the control of everything is God. So whether God wants you put you there or not, he's in control. He's allowing you to think that you're in control, but you're really not, right? So you got to start to respect things and be like, you know what? I have control of myself, of what I think and what I do. So I have to watch what I say and pay attention to my action, pay attention to the patterns, right? Everything is aligned. We just got to become aware of ourselves. And it's so simple and easy to do that. The same when we give love to others, work on yourself. Take an hour to work on yourself. Listen to personal development, read a book, journal, work out, do things that makes you better, do things that you deserve, right? You deserve to live in abundance. You deserve to be at peace. You deserve to think the best version of yourself. You have the power and you are capable of doing that. So you have to do whatever it takes to get to that level, right? So you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. That's the difference, right? Stop allowing your thoughts control you. You control your thoughts, right? That's how it works. Because we think so many things so fast, and sometimes we just be like, damn, we get involved into much in our emotions. But we have to allow ourselves to embrace those feelings, accept it, and let it go. It's just how it works. Accept it, become aware of it, accept it, let it go, and move on, right? Remember, all you have is yourself. So you have to make priority with yourself. You have to prioritize your peace and mental health no matter the circumstances, right? It's just how it works. If you do this, you will live a peaceful life. Who here wants to live a peaceful life? Because I sure do. I'm tired of living the same thing, the same pattern, back to back. Like, I have so much hunger to grow each day, because at the end of the day, I noticed that if we stay in the same predicament, we stay in the same situation, we would never change our life. So you have to have that passion to want to grow, to want to change, to want to elevate. Nobody's going to have that passion for you if you don't have it for yourself. The same way we have passion to want to learn and know about God, I have that passion. I want to be able to understand what it is that he wants me to do. I want to be able to understand his words, his wisdom, and be able to share it with other people. Right. But that has to come within me. I can't expect people to put that in myself if I don't do it myself. Right. So no one is going to do it for you if you don't do it for yourself. It's just how it works. Right. It's just how it works. No one will do it for you if you don't do it for yourself. You got to heal first, trust your journey, and healing takes time. Do not rush it. We want to be healed. We want to be that best version of ourselves. Like, I noticed that I've been putting pressure on myself because I want to be the best version. And I have been in this journey for 5 years, changing my thinking habits, changing my habits. And it has not been easy, but this is my journey. As much work I put into this is the results that I'm gonna get out of it. So I understand that the version I was last year is not the same version I am this year. So I'm learning and growing and elevating, and it takes time. But it has to start with you. You have to want to move on. You're gonna have to want to heal. You wanna have to go through the process, right? Because if you don't, you're gonna stay stuck, right? The only person you can change is yourself. Literally, the only person you can change is yourself. You can't change no one else. You could give advice, you could show up and be a leader, but you can't change no one but yourself. Let the inner work speak for itself. Let your growth speak for itself. Let your self-care, self-love speak for itself, right? The more you work on yourself, the more everything around you will improve, because you are improving. So again, it goes back to you. It starts and ends with you. So avoid thinking about the results and process, right, with an open mind, and stay focused instead, right? Have an open mindset, right? Want to change, want to get better, and stay focused. You have a goal, stay focused on the goal. Don't get distracted, because it's easy to get distracted than staying focused. And God has chosen each one of you guys to do certain things in this world. So we're supposed to be aligned with our purpose. We're supposed to do what we have to do. So little story real quick. I feel like it took me an eternity to get back on this call because of my insecurity, my anxiety that I was having with myself. I was battling with myself. And at the end of the day, I kept saying like, damn, I'm not doing what God called me to do because I'm so focused on the negativity. I'm so focused on what's going on. And I know that I can't change the situation. Only thing I can change is myself. But it was I was in a transformation, right? I'm evolving, and it takes time, right? So sometimes you got to step back to come back with more power, right? And I felt like, it took me a long time to get back on this call, but I'm grateful that I'm here today, and that's what matters, that I'm showing up for myself, that I could show me that I could do it no matter what goes around me, because life continues moving forward. And I don't want to live my life thinking like, damn, I didn't get to do what God called me to do because I'm so stuck into my mindset. I'm so stuck into my problem. I'm so stuck in what's going on, right? And I'm not focusing on what God put me to do. So I don't want to go ahead and waste my life and not go ahead and do what I'm meant to do. So if this is part of my purpose, then I'm going to show up and do it. And I hope that this encourages you to do the same thing as well for your life. And if you're not sure what you're meant to do or what you came to this world to do, work on yourself. Find what you love to do. Find what makes you passionate, right? And then you will get closer to that. God will align you with your purpose, but it starts with you. So if you don't have the perspective, you don't have the mindset that you could do, you will never do it. So you have to think, I can and I will do it, because anything is possible with God. And I know that I will achieve it all. And I pray and I am manifesting it, that each day God is helping me to strengthen myself, to become closer to him, to become aware, to become wise, so that I could continue to impact the world. I'm not satisfied with just doing simple things. I want to do the bigger things, but I need to understand that in order for me to get there, I got to work with the baby steps first. I got to take one step at a time. But I'm manifesting that I'm impacting millions of lives. I have to, and I know that I can, and I will, because with God, all things are possible. But I know that with him, I could do it. So avoid thinking about the results and pursue with an open mind of staying focused, right? Affirmation, real quick. I focus on what I can control and I let go of what I can't. Each day you find yourself having troubles with working with what's going around you, just say to yourself, I focus on what I can control and I let go of what I can't. Because honestly, you have no control of people or over things or over the situation. You don't have control. But I do recommend you guys to speak and pray to God about everything that you're thinking, and he will guide you. It's just how simple. No matter what you go through, you take a second and pray to God. He will guide you. God has done abundant things in my life, and I'm truly grateful for the things that he has done and has shown me and has protected me. And it is guiding me. Like, I still don't understand the things that he had put me through, but I'm learning as the time goes by. And everything is for my better, for my greater good, right? He will always guide you, but you have to let him do the work. Right? You have to let him work on you. You have to let go of what you can't control. You have to give it to God. If you can't give it to God, then it is not possible. Right? So think higher of yourself, always, each day. Never underestimate your power to overcome and conquer even the toughest battles, because God gives his strongest soldiers the toughest battles. So you have to be able to be ready to accept any challenges that might come your way, because remember, the things that is happening in your life is for a reason, right? You have infinite abundance within you. You need to believe in that. You need to know and believe that that is true, right? You are strong, resilient, and capable of doing anything. So stop depending on others to lead you towards your happiness. Why? Because happiness is a choice, not a result. Remember that. Happiness is a choice, not a result. So nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. If you choose to be happy, then you will be happy, right? No person will make you feel happy unless you decide to be happy. So you have to choose to be happy. You need to decide to be happy, right? Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. Remember that, guys. Please remember that. Happiness will only come from you, not to you. You are the one that brings the joy. Like, I am super excited and happy to do this call because I'm so anxious, right? But I said to myself, wow, I'm blessed to do this. Wow, I'm excited to share this call. I am choosing my happiness, right? This makes me happy, so I'm going to do what makes me happy. So one thing I want you guys to know, right? Respect the person for who they are rather than who you think or hope they will become, or that they will change to be, right? You have to let people be who are they meant to be. You can only do so much. But I could recommend you guys to say, God, what is it you want me to do mostly more? Like, what do you want me to do more for this world? Do I have to pray more for others? Do I have to show up for others? Right? Continue to do good, to continue to do the things that you want to do, like showing up, helping others, giving a positive affirmation, right? Because it comes with good integrity. It comes with good intentions. So you have to understand that people will not be who you want them to be. So you got to show up to be that person, and eventually they're going to learn on their own. It's just how it works. Unfortunately, you got to respect it for who they are, and you cannot change them to what you wish they would be. because they don't see that potential yet. They don't know that they're capable of doing it. That was one thing that I've been told for my entrepreneur journey. They said, you got so much potential. And now you used to be like, what? I didn't understand. I was not aware of the potential, but people saw it, but I didn't see it. So I said to myself, I want to work on myself so that I could become that person that everybody sees. And it starts with me. It's going to come from me, right? So I started to realize, I'm like, I got to keep sharpening my saw. I got to keep working on myself, right? So understand this. The people you meet is either a reflection of a repeated cycle or guides towards a new start. Know the difference. Notice the difference and know the difference, right? The people that you meet is a reflection of you or what you are at the moment. So it's of a repeating pattern. You still haven't not learned your lesson. You still have not grown from that. And or you're going to meet people that is guiding you to a new start, that is guiding you to get closer to your purpose, to what God called you to do, right? So even if it's hard to understand why you have to go through it, right? Why you have to go through the things that you're going through right now, keep going. Life keeps going. You don't think that if you die today, God forbid, you don't think people's life is going to continue moving? So why you got to wait until you die to continue doing what you got to do? Why wait until that moment comes to be like, damn, I wish I had more time. You have, the time is now, right? Do it now. Move forward. Love yourself, because at the end of the day, life keeps going. Sadly, life keeps going. Life keeps going. So even if you don't understand, it's okay. Be grateful that certain things didn't work out, right? Sometimes you don't even know why you're being protected, or maybe you're being guided to where you're supposed to be, right? Because you're in the midst of the storm. So sometimes you don't know why you're being protected. Sometimes you don't know where you're being guided to, because you're in the storm right now. You're in the journey. So that's why you have to just let things flow. Trust that God will do bigger and greater things in your life to align you with your purpose, to align things for you. So let go gracefully. Let go gracefully. Be grateful that a lot of things did or didn't happen, because again, God is always protecting you from something that is not meant to be in your life. He is guiding you to where you're supposed to be. So even if you're upset at the moment, even if you're in the embrace stage, that you're like, damn, I can't embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace those feelings. Grow through it, because that's what's going to help us get closer to who we want to become, right? In order for us to be that version, you have to do the 4 steps that I told you. Forgive yourself, embrace it, accept it, and let it go. It's just that how it works. It's just really how life works. And I wish that I could just show you guys more, tell you guys more, but I can't, because I have to let you guys go through your journey. So you don't know what God is doing in your life. You just got to be patient. You just got to be consistent. You got to stay focused on your goals. God allow it to happen to teach you something you still have not learned from. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you learn the lesson? Do you really truly learn the lesson of what you went through? Because if you didn't, you're going to continue going through a repeating pattern. You're going to continue to attract people that is a reflection of what you're going through. So it's either you want to stay in the same position and stay stuck, or go to the new level that is God is asking you to get to. Right? So you got to ask yourself, did I learn the lesson, right? Did I learn the lesson? Did I? You got to ask yourself, you got to be honest with yourself. God knows how, when, where, and why it's happening. Reminder, just a reminder. He goes before you. He is beside you, and he is with you in every situation you face. So never forget that no matter what you go through, God is still there with you. God is still there with you. Even if you still have not learned the lesson, God is still there with you. I need you guys to believe that there is a higher power than ourselves. You need to believe that there is a God, because he again is in control of things that we don't have control of. So what makes you think that you could do things without him? Right? So just a reminder, he is there with you. He's there. He goes beside you. He goes before you. And in every situation, he is there with you. Right? God can redeem whatever took place in that moment. No matter what you went through or what you faced, God allow it to happen. He says, right, you can survive it and I can redeem it. Remember that. You can survive it and I can redeem it. So don't think that you're not capable of getting out of any situation without God. God is the most beautiful thing that we all have because he has access to all of us and he can do major and beautiful things in our life. But you need to first trust in him and let go of things, people that no longer serves you. You have to let go of it. You have to let go of it. You have to let go of it, right? It's out of your control. Allow God to take control of the situation and your thinking. That's really what we have to tell him. God, please take control of the situation and my thinking because I know how I think. I know how I get into the emotions. Please take control of that. And he will guide you. He would help you. He would be there to help you once you seek and pray to him, right? So allow yourself to trust that where you are is where you need to be. And everything is coming to you as it should. So that never question why you're going through what you're going through. Never question it. Instead, see the hidden messages of the events of what they really mean to you or for you, right? There's always a reason to everything. There's always a reason to everything. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. So I want to take a second real quick and ask you guys, are you guys enjoying this call? Are you enjoying the message that I'm giving you? Please put a fire emoji so I can see that you guys enjoying it so far, so that I could understand, that I can proceed with giving you the message that God placed in my heart to give you guys. Because I know that this is truly powerful and I know that God made this happen. God made this happen for a reason. And I'm truly grateful that you guys are here listening to this powerful message because all of you guys needed to hear this. You are here to listen to this message for a reason, right? Remember, everything happens for a reason. Everything will be revealed to you for you, right? Everything in your life is a response to the vibration you are creating. So remember, it all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it. So again, you have to become aligned with the person that you want to become. You have to work and work towards your goals. You have to work within yourself. Speak abundantly, think positive, right? And do what you're supposed to do. And you will get there, right? Because if you think negativity, and negativity will come. If you think abundance, then abundance will come to you. If you think happy, happiness will come to you, right? What we put out into the universe, we will get back as an echo, right? We will get back of it because, again, we are a reflection of what we want. So if you're not thinking high, you're not thinking positive of yourself, you're thinking negative, you're going to attract negativity. That's just how the law of attraction works, right? Remember that, look at the bigger picture to why it's happening. Understand what is the lesson that you're supposed to go under, like, what's the lesson behind it? Look at the bigger picture and find a ways to do the good things with good intentions, even if it hurts. Even if it hurts, continue to push through, continue to stay focused, continue to do the things that you love to do because you're going to get closer to that goal. If you're in this frequency and your goal is up here, you have to meet with your goals. You can't expect your goals to meet with you. So you have to get to that high frequency. You have to understand that you have to push yourself, right? Speak positivity. Think positive, right? Be impeccable with your words. Take actions. You're gonna meet your goals. You have to match your vibration with what you want, right? What is meant for you won't pass you. Trust me, because God has already written that. God has what you want. God has everything in store for you, right? But you need to set yourself free from how you used to go about any situation. But you gotta sit, relax, breathe, and then respond instead of reacting. Think abundantly. Take a second to be like, am I reacting? Should I do this? Speak with yourself. Come with yourself and talk to God. Remember, you got to seek and surrender and look for him, trust him, right? So understand that being calm and about everything allows your mind to find solutions. So if you're calm, you are allowing yourself to think. Calmness is a state of trust, right? Instead of overthinking and overreacting, you just got to surrender for the moment, for that moment, and allow yourself to receive guidance for what doesn't make sense. God is always answering, guys. God is always answering. So you got to allow yourself to be guided. You got to allow God to show you the way. Calmness is a state of trust. So you got to trust God in whatever he does. Let go and let God do his job, right? Continue to work on yourself. Continue to figure yourself out. Learn new things, right? Learn new things. Learn how to be you, but the best version of yourself. I want you guys to let go of that person that was from the past, right? Because every level requires a new mindset. So blaming your past for blaming yourself for your past limiting mindset doesn't fix it. You have to seek a new ways of thinking and being, and practice those new ways until they become more real to you than your own beliefs, right? Become proud of the person you are becoming by changing your mindset, by changing your priorities, by changing your taste, by changing your tolerance, right? You can change all of this. You could change your belief. You could change it, right? Focus on positive thoughts and take daily steps to become better. Take daily steps, daily steps. Each day is a new day to be better. Today, go ahead and put good intentions to what you're going to do. Focus your energy on the consciousness of being the person of your dreams, of becoming, right? Focus on positive thoughts. Focus your energy on the consciousness of being the person you dream of becoming, right? It's just how it works. And I guarantee that you get closer to that. You will get closer to that person, right? So if you want to change and grow, I encourage you guys to do not take things personal. Let go of things that rob you from your peace. Allow people to be who they are, right? Focus on your growth, right? Stay in the present moment. Be grateful for even for knowing that you could breathe right now and listen to this and see and eat and be able to do the things that other people are not capable of doing. Be grateful for the small things, right? Another thing is ask yourself how love would and show up, right? So those are the things that if you want to change your growth, take it into perspective, right? Change the way you think, act, and believe, right? We are so accustomed to do what is comfortable, not knowing if it would help our current situation or it will make it worse. Remember, if something in the past helped me to get to who I am today, don't think that who I am today is gonna help me to is what happened in the past is gonna help me what's gonna happen in the future, right? It's not. You gotta change your mindset each time. Change your perspective each time. Change your habit each time. The good habits, stay with it, but the bad habit, let it go. Rewrite your limiting belief. If something you holding on to, like, oh, that's just who I am and that's just how I am or how I used to go about things, it's not gonna help you get closer to the person that you want to become, right? New levels require new mindset. So you need to invest into your mindset. change your perspective of the world, change your environment, change your surroundings, because that takes a big play in it, right? Find out what works for you. Do not find out what works for anybody else. Find out what works for you, what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable, what brings you peace, what you will find, what makes you grow. If you're in a situation that is helping you grow, then stay there. If it's changing your perspective each time, stay where it's helping you grow into the person you're meant to be. Act as the person you want to be. Visualize in your mind what you dream of becoming without limitations. Meditate on these versions as often as possible. Imagine how this new version of yourself would think, speak, and act, right? Start matching this elevated vibe, right? Start matching it. Start becoming that energy, right? Sharpen your focus. Energy grows with attention flows. Energy grows where attention flows. So eliminate anything that distracts you from your goals. Stick to a daily practice that helps you quit the mind. Go for a walk in nature and meditate, right? Work out, right? Prep your meal. Do something new. Do something exciting. What you put out to the world comes back. It really does. So you got to be mindful of what you do. I always said this, and I always do this with everybody I come in contact with. Treat others the way you like to be treated. Why? Because karma is real. Karma will come back. What you put out to the world will come back to you. So make sure you move with integrity. Make sure you move with good intention. Make sure that you do the things that you would like people to do for you. But again, do not expect anything from anybody. Expect a lot of yourself. So shout out the sense and imagination of everyone who you come in contact with, and being contact with being the best version of themselves. Through your imagination, you sharpen your world. So again, sharpen your focus, sharpen yourself. Come in contact with the person that you want to become. Speak at this person that you want to be. Act as it, right? Do the things, believe in yourself, right? Ask God to give you a new sight of the world through his eyes. Because we don't do things that God would do. We don't do the things that God would do. We easily give up on people. We easily let go of people. And we don't forgive people, but we want God to forgive us. So in order for us, remember, treat others the way you like to be treated. So if you want God to forgive you, to give you what you deserve, or any blessings that you want in life, you got to forgive others. You got to push others. You got to be that virgin, right? That best version. We have to help our new generations to be the best. Because I don't know about you guys, but the way everything is going right now is sad. And I feel like we need more people to come together to sharpen this world to be better, because everybody is lost. And I pray that God guides everyone to where they're supposed to be, right? Because we are so focused, we are so worried about what's going on and not really seeing the bigger picture, right? So on Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Come to me, he says, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest, right? Do not lose faith in the dark. Don't you let this knock you off your solid rock of where you're standing. What you're walking through is bigger than what you feel right now. You got to understand that. You got to understand that this is for the new generations to come. That's why you have to make it through the night. No matter how dark the night is or the night gets, you got to go through it. You got to go through that. And God will guide you to the light, because it starts with your faith. It starts with your trust. If you trust and believe in God and have faith that he could do immensely and bigger things, he will do it, right? Because you got to remember that God never stopped watching. God never stopped loving. God never stopped working, and God never stopped sustaining. He can redeem anything he put you through. Because again, you got to go through the situation, grow through the situation. You got to survive that old version of yourself to get to that bigger version, that best version of yourself. You have to go through the things that you're supposed to go through. Why? Because it's making you a better person for tomorrow, for this new generation. And I'm so happy and truly honored that God uses me each time. It doesn't go unnoticed. God puts me in situation so that I could grow to become the best version of myself. What I went through this year, I had to go through it so that God could put me in this situation today to be that best version of myself. Even if I don't understand, I'm grateful because he's either protecting me or guiding me to where I'm supposed to be. So God already worked out, right, what you're worried about. He already has done the work. Exchange your worry for worship. Exchange it. If God isn't worried, why should you be? If God isn't worried, why should you be? Why? Remember that always. Why am I worried? I'm going to leave it to God. If he's not worried, I shouldn't be worried. He is working even if you can't see it or feel it. He's working. So have faith, believe in yourself, and trust me that all things are possible with God, right? Take a deep breath, smile, and walk into your day with your head up high, knowing that he already worked it out for you for your own good. He is aligning you to your purpose. Have faith. Have faith, guys. Have faith because you are close to your major breakthrough. You are so close. No matter what, no matter how resistant you may feel right now, you will experience you would experience the most resistance just prior to the major breakthrough. When you feel like you're just like in the back, remember, you're like an arrow. You got to push it back in order to go forward. So that's what God is doing in your life right now. He's allowing all this resistance to happen because once you go through, that's it. It's over. You'll become an unstoppable force, right? Learn to fall in love with the difficult moments, with the challenges and conversation. Learn to fall in love with that because that's going to help you to sharpen yourself. That's going to help you straighten your faith and trust in yourself and in God. And understand that it is in these experiences that you go through that you become the best version of yourself. You come to your personal growth. And that's where everything starts to grow. You are finding a beautiful balance within your life and energy, and it is all worth it. Understand that it's all worth it. So you got to change your thinking pattern. What used to work for before will not work now. How you used to treat a person then is not going to help you how to treat a person next. You got to change things, right? You got to change yourself. In order for you to get that best version, you have to be that. So you want someone that loves you, that respects you, that honors you. You got to be that. You can't expect the world to be fixed and you're not fixed inside. Remember, everything is within. So you got to work on yourself and trust me, the work that you do will speak for itself. You just got to start working on yourself and change who you used to be that no longer is helping you or serving you, right? Let go of that old version of yourself. Today is the day to let go of that old version of yourself that is stopping you to be that best version of yourself. So who here is ready to let go of that old version of themselves to be that best version of themselves, right? I am in the chats, right? I am ready. I am ready to let go of that old version of myself because it's not helping me to get closer to the best version of myself. So I got to do what it takes to get there, right? I got to do what it takes to get there. And I know that you are capable of doing it because God already gives us the power to do that. Because with him, all things are possible. And I know that it will come to pass because he is in control and he is the Father, the Almighty. right? He is our Father, and he would always guide us to what is best. If you have peace within yourself doing what you love, that is the right thing to do. If you feel unease, you feel uncertain about something that's not from God, push yourself to discover what is stopping you. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to get there. So I hope you guys loved and enjoyed this call. It was truly an honor to have you guys today. I am so honored and grateful to be here, to show up and continue doing these calls. It makes me so happy that I know that I'm doing what God called me to do. And I cannot wait to see where he's gonna take me. And I'm pretty sure that I want to take you all guys with me in this journey of new growth of the best version of ourselves. And I encourage you guys that you continue to seek God and continue to let go of things that you can't control and allow him to do the things that he's supposed to do, right? Let God take control of your life. Lead into his understanding and not your own understanding, because he is the Father. He is the beginning and end, and he could do anything in the blink of an eye, or in a snap, right? So I hope you guys have a great time listening to this. I hope that this is very powerful to you guys. I will be dropping the recordings on the channel, and I will be posting up in my YouTube channel as well. And I am grateful that this is happening today and that I started to get closer to my purpose. And I hope that you guys got encouraged as well. And I just wish you the best in this journey, that it takes time, but trust me, it is worth it. It is so worth it, because you are worth it, right? You got to push yourself to be that version, right? And I cannot wait to meet that best version as well. So thank you so much for hopping on with Mindset with Millionaire Michi. Today was truly a beautiful day to be here and listening to these powerful messages. And I hope that you guys have a blessed and abundant day. Love you guys. Hope you have a blessed and beautiful Saturday. Bye. Bye, guys. I appreciate you all.